Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Jason. Hey, Kim. Good morning. I'm over in your neighborhood, Kim. I just left Moberly. I stopped to set this up, but I'm almost down to Macon. Jason, are you enjoying your day off, or has Molly got you busy? Lunchtime, huh? She let you have a break, does she? I'm going by Willowway Ranch. If anybody knows her, Wendy. She lives over here to the east of where I'm at. Hi, Lisa. It ain't changed much. I always run across 36 and down this way. Instead of going across I-70, it's easier. I didn't get loaded. Well, the trailer didn't get loaded till 2 o'clock this morning, but I didn't pick it up till 5, 6 o'clock. To heck with it. But I got to be in Tennessee in the morning. Still 540 miles to go. Lisa Kim's all right. She's just a little short. Morning, Paula. Yes, I am, but I'm not as big a fan as Shannon is. She's got two coffee mugs, a bunch of pictures in her dining room hanging up. Paula, I might text you later tonight when I park to watch the races. Randy and Shannon loaded that app to my phone, and the password's supposed to save in there, but I don't know if the app's saved, and I don't remember the name what it was. So when I park, I might be texting you see what the name of it was. Hi, Gladys. Gladys, I'm at your sewing already this morning. Oh, just had breakfast. Hey, Scotty. Good morning, Scotty. Hey, the No Fisherman's here. I seen you went live yesterday. I went to click on it. I was busy going to town. Time I got to town and parked, you were already off. I went in and parked there by the plant so I could load this morning. Hi, Jenna. Good morning. How you doing, Scotty? Are you doing all right? Uh-oh. Help me, help me. Rhonda's here. Good morning, Rhonda. Hi, Lisa. Oh, you guys are typing too fast for me. You know, years ago when I was in high school, I couldn't read very good. I still can't. But they told me to take a speed reading class. So I took it. And you're supposed to read so many books, in a quarter. I think I'd read one or two. Everybody else reads like 13 or 14 of them. I still couldn't read very good even after taking it. That's why I drive a truck, I guess. I never was book smart. 280. Oh, you ought to finish that one on the wall. We're getting tired of looking at it. Heck, Rita's made a king size quilt by the time you get that one done. Ronnie needs to stop chasing men around and get them quilts done. That way you can go on trips. You know, if you're going to South Dakota, you'll be coming right up by my house. You could drop one off at my house. Yep, you're right, Scotty. And I own the truck. The link's up there. I don't know. I didn't pin it. Let me turn my other phone on. Somebody wants to come up. Or you can blame it on me, Jason. I mean, we haven't done it in a long time. I haven't talked to you in a while. Did you ever get the generator tuned up? Oh, okay. I've been wondering that. But I was listening to the news the other day. I know that hurricane just came through not too long ago, but they was expecting a lot of hurricanes this year. But now they're rethinking it. There's not going to be as many hurricanes. Oh, working on a carport. So Molly has a place to park her car. Yeah, it's not bad here. If I turn the camera around behind me, there's a storm chasing me. St. Joe, it was really dark when I left this morning, and Shannon, I was just on the phone with her. We're trying to get new insurance on the truck. I had to stop and send her some paperwork, and it was getting ready to storm. And hi, Kim.
Hi. I decided I'd come out and visit for a little while. I need to start getting my apartment ready. I'm going to have 4 grandkids Friday.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yeah, all
No,
4 of them.
Jenna, I'm in Missouri. Just left the Moberly, Missouri. Kim, the lady's on panel right now. She had a cabin up here in this area. I'm in the middle of Missouri, right in the central part of Missouri.
Well, you're north central.
Yeah, yeah, north
At least
central.
that's what our description was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a 32 by 50 foot or 32 by 60 foot log home. All the logs came off of our 28 acres, with the exception of 17 of them, I believe. And it was, let's hear, all but 8 of them were white oak. The remaining 8 were red oak. And my late husband is the one who, he put them all in place by hand with the exception of the top 2 rows. They were 6 by 8s, 6 inches top to bottom, tongue and groove, and 8 inches thick. And I forget now what the insulation factor was on that. The only heat that we had for 16 years was a wood stove. We didn't need it.
Hi, Janie Jane.
So,
All the way from the UK.
hi, Janie. Y'all, if I try to look at chat, it's going to kick me off of here. So,
Uh,
I'll have to
Jenna
follow
says
Randy's
white
lead on
oak,
who's
red
coming
oak
on.
are beautiful, Kim.
Yes, it was. I had an absolutely beautiful home. I drew my floor plans out on a piece of notebook paper. And when, after my husband died, I couldn't stay there. And when I had it appraised, the people that they sent down for it said, well, we don't have anything to compare this to. I said, well, of course not. They said, well, where did you get this kit? And I said, this isn't a kit. And when I explained to them where everything had come from, they were just standing there shaking their heads with their mouths hanging open. And I said, guys, people still do things like this. Not everybody goes by a kit. Not everybody uses outside sources to build a home anymore. We did this ourselves. And they wanted to know exactly how it had been constructed and how the wiring was done and all of the water lines and everything. And I walked him through the whole thing. And this one guy looked at me and he said, did you have anything to do with the building of this? And I said, yeah. I said, not only did I lay
Good
out
morning,
the floor
Mary.
plan, I
Mary
said, I'm the
Webb's in
one
here.
that, hi, Mary. I said, I'm the one that taped everything off so that the chinking was straight. And I said, I helped run the water lines.
You had
And
running water in the house?
yeah. Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
roughed it.
And I'll tell you what, for about it was about 6 years, we hauled water to put in a concrete cistern. And we had one that would hold 2,000 gallons of water. And we hauled water for that length of time until we got rural water into our home. And well, they actually finally brought the rural water into our place in, we moved in 1994, and they actually brought the water lines down through there in 98, but they forgot to put the T in to add us. So they had to come back 2 years later and do that. And they finally got it across the road, and we had an outdoor hydrant. And I wasn't having to drive to my parents over at Callio to get our water for drinking and cooking, because we also collected our rainwater, and that helped on having to haul water. That got a little expensive. And then when the water station closed and we couldn't haul it anymore, we hired a friend of ours to come in and do the trenching and just bring the rural water on into the house. And that was in 2000, late 2001 when we did that. But yeah, the water's all down there, and we had to argue with them about putting the electricity in, because they didn't want to set a bunch of poles down there. They wanted to charge us for a bunch of them, and my husband argued with them. And but it's all set up. But there's that big house is down there, and there's a 24-by-36 machine shed. It's all fenced, with the exception of the area right around the front pond. And but just, of course, the people that bought it, they haven't taken care of the timber. They haven't taken care of fences. They went in and they completely redid the house, and which it was theirs to do with whatever they wanted to. And they took
Janie,
out
I'm headed to Tennessee. I figured as old as you are, you had a one room outside and used corn cobs still.
No.
No.
Oh, trust me. The house, well, I'll put it this way. The place has 2 bathrooms. One is indoors, the other is an outhouse. And my late husband built it. It's constructed of solid white oak lumber. And it's got, it did have cedar stripping along the seams of the boards of the oak. He made it a 2-hole outhouse. The seats were at one time covered with vinyl, a strip of vinyl floor covering, so nobody got slippers. Just for giggles, a friend of ours brought us I think it was a 5-gallon bucket that he brought down of corn cobs from where he had shelled corn for his pigs. They sat out there in the outhouse for a long time just as a decoration. But Dave built it so that he would have something for when
Jenna,
he was
I
working
need to
on
see your
the
face for just a second. And then you can go back to your avatar. All right, I got you. You're good now. Good morning.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Hey, good morning, y'all. Hey, Kim, good morning, Randy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. I love that movie.
She's talking about outhouses. You guys know who Jerry Clower is, right? I love the one where Marcella and they run the wire down to the outhouse at the bus stop, and they holler in the outhouse, and the old woman comes running out. I love that.
Jerry Clower was my dad's favorite.
He's mine. I used to listen. I had tapes of his. Listen to him over and over going down the road.
Yeah.
Knock him out of the tree, John.
Yeah. Yeehaw. I always loved this, Randy. When I was a Girl Scout and we would be going down the highway, I always did my little arm thing. I would like honk the horn, and I'd get so happy when y'all honk the horn. I love that. I love it. I love that sound. That brings back so many good, happy memories
If
as
I
a
see a
kid.
kid,
Yeah.
I make sure I lay on it for them
All right.
Mm.
That
because
reminds me.
my dad was a truck driver, and like you, if you got somebody to honk the horn, it just put a big smile on your face.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Get her done. This reminds me. Last night we had a Circle Back Tuesday with Leonard Mountain Homestead, and Johnny Gillum got in there because he just was in Ark City, Kansas, and did his drag racing with his car Judgment Day. And I asked him
Uh
about
huh.
how he came up with the name for his car. It's all steel, GTO, all steel. And I asked
Yep.
him
Wow.
how he came
Yep.
up with the name Judgment Day, and he said, "Well, as a child, he was just looking at this car, and he saw the name on it, Judgment Day, and encourage all the children to just let it burn, let it burn, let it spin a wheel, because that inspired him to do what he's doing today." So when
He's
you
got a
said,
beautiful car
"Oh yeah, it is
and
so
fast.
pretty," mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went drag racing. I watched the videos up in Oklahoma or Kansas last year, and he red lighted on the last race, got second. But yeah, he's got a really nice. I had a GTO like his. It wasn't as fast. Mine was a stock one. It didn't have the high power motor, but man, I loved that car. My sold it to one of my cousin, and he has it still, and he won't sell it. Hey, Berna.
Mm.
Yeah, those are the classics, and they're very well made. I love them.
Yep.
My uncle
He's
did.
got another car. He does Pontiac also. He's got the one he
Yeah,
races, but he's got another one.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
can
what you
remember.
said too. I love what you said, Randy. And I can hear Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead, because when he's in his RV, he's just coming back from the picnic in Kentucky. I remember when he says, Randy, he goes, "I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man."
yep. He's the one. When I changed my channel name, Jesse was the one that came up with that. I used to put it in the name for a while. I'm headed to Tennessee, Berna. I'm in Missouri right now, but I'm headed to Tennessee. Yeah, Jesse comes up with some lines. Did you
Hmm.
see his short yesterday? I think they're at Louisville, where the home of the Louisville Slugger is. Got that great big baseball bat. He said, now that's some wood. Jesse's a hoot.
Hmm. You
I got
gotta
to,
love them. Gotta love them.
I got to go out to lunch with him here last year,
Hmm.
and the way he drives is true. I tell everybody, he goes. He drives like I do. He should be a truck driver because he hates slow people, and they tie up the lanes, and he just goes. When you ride with him around Houston, man, hang on.
He does. He gets her done. They're so sweet, Lisa and Jesse. And when he was going up to Georgia, and they were going eastbound and down, singing the whole time. And I was moderating for them, and we had a bunch of us in there. And one of the questions came up because he was doing giveaways while he was driving, him and Lisa
Yeah.
and little Toby, their little dog. He uh he said a question. He was like, "Well, come up with a number between one and so and so," and he says, "Jenny, I want you to just whenever you press start, then everybody can start and guess the numbers, and then just put in there uh as they come through whenever, and then when you say, that's it, then stop, and then everyone stops." And usually I let everybody else play. I usually don't participate, but this time I wanted to participate. And it was a question, guess a number, and I chose the number 41. And it happened to be their anniversary. And I won a beautiful, first time ever bottle of his wonderful vanilla, La Dolce, La Vincadora. I want to pronounce it right. La Vincadora, I believe, to say it. And you can put it in coffee and you can put in any recipe. And it's just delicious. So he is, we have such a wonderful community, Kim and Randy. And it's just all of us like minded, happy, individuals because life comes at us every day, but all of us together is like we're leaning on God, but we're leaning in together. And we have such a wonderful group of communities here. And that's beautiful.
Yeah,
It
we
really
do.
Yeah.
is. And we came together for supporting Livia, little warrior, queen, princess. And it was nonstop all day from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. We really
Bernice
truly.
wanted to know what's wrong with you, Kim.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, she said, "What's wrong?"
Oh, I'm just listening to Jenna. I'm cutting out a book panel. I'm going to make a book for a little cloth book for my youngest grandson for Christmas.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So,
Will you say my name like Forrest Gump, in the movie Forrest Gump where he's like, Jenny.
uh-huh. Do you pronounce it Jenna or Janae?
Jenny.
Janae.
So
For
I've been saying it wrong
many,
then too.
It's Jenny, but it's Jenny. Whatever y'all want to pronounce it, it's okay with me.
for
I'm
many
picky.
years out in Denver, I worked with a gal named Janae, and she spelled it Janay, which is easy enough to pronounce, but most of the men in the building
Because they're tight, yes.
couldn't say Janae. And we had a softball team and a volleyball team. We worked for the Department of Revenue there in Denver, Colorado, and right on Capitol
Now
Hill.
wait a minute.
And
There was no way you played on volleyball team because you
yeah,
could
I
walk
did for
under
a
the
while.
net.
Yeah. No, I actually did.
Oh,
And
that's awesome. Yeah.
but I got to where I stopped doing it because I was having some problems with rheumatoid arthritis, and it wasn't working out good. But the guys on the teams, they kept calling her everything but Janae. Finally, she looked at him and she said, "Guys, this is easier. I'm just Gus." And for years, her
Gus?
telephone number was listed in the phone book under Gus.
Gus, G-U-S?
Yep, Gus. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I love
And
the stories.
she was one of my bridesmaids when I got married.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
sweet, Kim.
but we lost touch about, I guess it's been a little over 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened to her. It just, but we were
When you
really good
think,
friends up until then.
oh, it's so sweet. I love these stories. Do you know how to knit and crochet?
I know some about crocheting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the first thing about knitting.
It sounds like me.
I can crochet.
You can?
Yep.
Awesome.
I haven't done it in a long time, but I
Mm-hmm.
can make Afghans and pot holders. I can't make anything fancy, but I can
Mm-hmm.
make Afghans and pot holders.
That is awesome.
That's usually what I do. I'm working on a big Afghan right now that is just random yarns, and it's turning out pretty good. But I'm just
I
It's going to
love
be
that
one
name.
foot on the foot of my bed. So
I love
Uh,
that name. When you say Afghan, it brings a sense of comfort to my soul. I remember my uncle Dave. He used to have them a lot, and he was a quadriplegic. He he's passed in April, but it really brings a sense of comfort when you say that word Afghan. Just brings all those cozy, comfy feelings. You know, beautiful.
I um, I had a teacher
Thanks,
in Bible
Lisa.
school.
Lisa says I can make me a crying towel. So when Shannon hits me with the skillet, I can have my own crying towel.
Oh,
Oh,
for
what?
Pete's sake. Yours does not absorb moisture really well, Randy. They can be irritating sometimes. But
Women? Yeah, I
well,
know.
Heard that, Kim. Yeah. Mhm.
I've got 3 Afghans laying on the back of my couch because when my grandkids are here, doesn't make any difference what season it is.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to have a blanket, they think. And
Yeah.
so I've just got little drag arounds laying on the back of the couch that they can have. And but I do. I've got a bunch of quilt tops,
I'm waving at
and
your
I've
grandkids now. I'm in Columbia.
oh, well, they're all in school. Um,
Ken's grandkids live in this area where I'm at right now.
yep, I've got 4 in Columbia. There's well, I have 2 that were in Kansas City. I don't know where they are now, but
Mhm. Are y'all going to Pinecone Fest?
I don't go to meetups. I meet people one on one. I used to do a lot of that. When I had my old truck, that was before I met you, Jenna or
Yeah.
Janae. Or
Yeah.
I on my old truck, people had stickers. Like I
I
met Jesse
seen
and
that.
Lisa.
Yes, I
I
saw
met a
that.
bunch of people, and I don't do it on this truck here, but I still try to meet people when I'm going into different areas. I'm not one to go into big crowds.
I'm
Mhm.
not either.
I'm
Of
not
course,
either, but when we want to go, we know where to go, right?
yeah.
Yep.
I avoid big crowds as much as I can. I seen
And
all the
then you have
stickers.
more time to spend and know something about the person you're meeting, not meeting 20 at the same time.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
know there's a lot that go to those big meetups, and it just I mean, I think it's great that they can do that, but I'm not I'm not a YouTube creator. I'm
Mhm.
I've had a
You.
few people because of my cooking and quilting, they're like, "Oh, you need to be on YouTube doing this or that or the other thing." And I'm like, "No, that is not for me. No,
Mhm.
I'll watch
Yeah,
somebody
Verna,
else."
I know I haven't made it over there yet.
I felt that way, Kim, too, and I just started to just do something where I remember Nana Lisa from 9 Acres Family Farms. I remember her saying this, and I love this quote. She said, "If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space." And if you look
Yep.
at the retrospect of it all, sometimes we have to do things out of our comfort zone, and that's fun. But then I love the comfort of just being sometimes secluded away from all crowds and,
Yeah.
in the sacred space between the spaces. That's what I call it. I went to camp when I was growing up. My mama brought me to an all girls faith based camp up in Alfred, Maine.
Hmm.
And we didn't live up there, but she drove us all the way up there
That's
for
beautiful up there.
Oh my goodness. And I just found out after so many years, the city was changed instead of Alfred, Maine. It's now Lyman, Maine. But it is the most absolute beautiful part of God's country. And I was able to, every morning before breakfast, we had to sit at the flagpole and do devotionals for at least a half an hour.
Wow.
And then we can go to the dining hall where there was a round table and we had 10 of us girls around it. Now, my sister was in a different cabin than I was. I was with the other ladies because she's a few years difference than me. And I've missed her. I really did. But we did water skiing, we did archery, which I love, riflery. I shot targets on my stomach at 50 feet away at 10 and 11 years old. I was shooting
Wow.
targets on my stomach, just laying down, bing, bing, bing. And I saved all my targets, all my papers and all that, so I can have them as a keepsake.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And canoeing, we learned how to capsize a canoe and get it back up again, but you have to have another
Mhm.
canoe there, you know. And
Mhm.
then the little sunfish sailboats and rowboating,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. We did crafting, and if we were well behaved, they let us go to the shop and get some drinks or some chocolate. And I got
Mhm.
myself a Hershey bar, y'all. And I really wanted some chocolate. And I went back to the cabin, and guess what I did? We had 8 bunk beds in each cabin, and we had no toilets in our cabin. None. We had to walk maybe half a mile to get to the bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
So here I am. I put my little chocolate Hershey bar. I slept on the top bunk. And I put my little Hershey bar on the makeshift wooden shelf up there. And I don't know how, but it fell down on me in the night. And when I woke up, I had some melted chocolate all over my leg. And I said,
Oh
"Good
no.
Lord." I said, "Good Lord, what is this?" And I took my finger. I said, "There ain't no way." I took my finger. I said, "Oh, that smells like chocolate." But my whole sleeping bag, y'all, I had to take it right out the cabin, dump my detergent on it, and then drag it to the shower where I had to soak it up. So I had no sleeping bag for like 2 days until it dried out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a
The
good thing
summer
your
camp.
friends didn't wake up, thought you had an accident.
I know it.
Really? Woo.
They th- I was thinking like, oh my goodness, it looks like that, but it sure
The
tasted good.
only the only summer camps I ever went to were the ones that were sponsored through our church. And um, at one time, I don't know if it's still there or not, but um, the Colorado district of Nazarene churches had a church camp called Golden Bell. And it was down just little ways outside of Manitou Springs, Colorado. And
Mhm.
the mailing address was Colorado Springs, but it was just outside of Manitou. And it was oh man, it was gorgeous up there. And
Mm.
they had this one big building that was the dormitory and kitchens. And they had several camps up there through the summer for the kids. And I went, oh my goodness, clear through. Oh, my senior year was the only one I didn't go. And girls was on one end of the building, boys was on the other, and the counselors were right in the middle. And um, we had so much fun up there. And it, just the activities that we did, and we had hiking, and every night they had big bonfires, and there were a couple of permanent homes that were up there, but they belonged to a couple of ministers, of the Nazarene Church, and um, they lived up there during the summer months, and that way um, they were kind of groundskeepers. And after every one of the camp sessions got done, they would go in and clean the buildings. And we had a beautiful little chapel that was set way back in the timber.
Mhm.
And all of the seating inside of it was built from the pine that had been cleared to build everything. And it was gorgeous. And we always had so much fun up there.
Backtrack
And
says that's a beautiful area, Kim. I know you can't see the chat.
it is. It's
He used
absolutely
to live out there
gorgeous up
too.
there. It was a beautiful area.
Oh.
But I've got a friend out there now that we graduated high school together, and I talked to another friend of ours that's in St. Elmo, Illinois, here not very long ago, and the friend that's in Denver is in Aurora, and Aurora is one of the cities that they are having so much trouble with those gangs, and so far she and the Colorado friend and her husband are still safe. They haven't had their home broken into yet, but she told the mutual friend, she said, we know that it's coming. And, but it's just, that's kind of a bad deal. But she told me one day when I was talking to her, she said, do you think you'd ever move back out here? I said, no, I have no desire to ever set foot out there again. I just, nope. That's not home.
Backtrack lived in Pueblo. He went up there exploring all the time, though.
Mm.
Well, I've been down at Pueblo a few times. All the years that I lived out there in Colorado, didn't go to State Fair until in, oh my goodness, 1977. And I had lived out there since 1960. So, but a friend of mine and I decided we wanted to go to the Colorado State Fair. We got down there and then never got back out because, of course, we weren't familiar with the roads down there at all. And going in, you had to go one direction, and coming back out at that time, it was completely different. We wound up getting so lost about 2 o'clock in the morning. Had to stop and ask for directions. And
what were two girls doing out at 2 o'clock in the morning anyway?
well, we'd been down at the fairgrounds and stuff. There was a bunch of stuff down there that didn't shut down until around midnight. And we found a place not very far from there that we went in and had breakfast, so to speak, and then started on home. And of course, we lived in Denver. And so it was interesting for a while.
And you're really young, Backtrack. I didn't think he's that young. He said he wasn't born until 78.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 60 when Kim was running around.
Oh my goodness. I was married.
Mm-hmm.
I am married in 1978. June 17th, 1978.
Okay. Backtrack's around my age then, because I was born in there in the 70s too. Well, you know what? Y'all young at heart. And stay this way,
Yeah.
you know. Stay happy.
My mind's
that
never
you
going to
are.
grow up. My body's getting old, but I'm not.
It's perfect, Randy. That's right. That's the way.
I look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Growing older is mandatory for most of us. Growing up is optional. And right now I am exercising all options.
That's right.
I know my youngest daughter, when I was talking to her the other day, she was like, Mom, when did you and Daddy get married? I said, 1978. She said, oh my God. That's 46 years ago. I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you would have been married to him for 46 years? I said, yeah. She said, no, that's too long spent with that man. Things kind of were taken out of my hands. I had 30 years and 17 days with him. That
Backtrack Hooligans. Randy and Kim, Backtrack Hooligans says, hey, Dad, Randy, I like Christmas.
I don't do Christmas, and I just owned all my kids.
Hey kids, Randy doesn't do Christmas. I love the holidays. I understand the paganism of how they all came about, but I just love some of them really very much. I understand the meaning, the true meaning, of Christmas, and I just love Thanksgiving. When I was growing up, I we had to dress up, and my mama, she dressed me as a pilgrim, and my brother was the Indian. Plymouth Rock.
Anymore, Thanksgiving just kind of gets passed over.
I just wish it didn't. I mean,
It's
it could be every day.
it's
Let's
all
just say.
it's all either Halloween or Christmas. And
Mhm.
now I know that
I hear
craft
that.
stores are already, I mean, they've had their Christmas stuff out for a lot of it.
I was
for
just
over
going
a
to say
month.
that Shannon was just telling me the other day there's Christmas stuff out in Dollar General already.
Really? Oh,
Well, now that doesn't surprise me.
it's at the
Well,
Dollar
there is,
Central.
and now at the Dollar Trees here, they're starting to put out Christmas stuff already. But a lot of it is used in crafting. Well, anybody who does very much of that, when you go to doing Christmas crafts, that's time consuming.
Yeah.
I've already got the ornaments picked out that I'm going to paint for the grandkids this year because I do them porcelain tree ornaments every year for Christmas
Mm-hmm.
and put their names in the year on it. And I've already got them picked out. What
have you got them
I'm gonna
done?
do for all of them. No, not yet. I haven't.
You don't have much time left.
Randy.
No, that's true.
Randy's
But
getting
Randy, you could come and help paint.
I heard that. Randy,
I got a
come
big
on.
paintbrush.
Oh, cool.
And,
He's ready.
I've got the set of
Mary, she enjoys
paintbrushes.
cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the last time I cooked a real Thanksgiving dinner would have been in 2000, I think 2020 was the last time.
When the thing,
Because,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
well, since then, I mean, one son-in-law is the youngest daughter's husband is a truck driver. And so he's only home for a couple of days and then he's right back out on the road. Well, they're 2 hours away from me. And the last time that they were here was just, not quite a month ago. And they had spent the night on Friday night. And Nathan had gone outside to get something out of the car and he came back in and he said, I cannot believe this. And I said, what's the matter? And he said, they want me back in my truck within the next hour. I said, Nathan, I'm sorry, honey, but you ain't gonna make it. He said, no, because I'm 3 hours away from that thing.
Aww.
And he drives for Whitty Trucking and he said, they're crazy. And so when he's only got, a couple of days, he might not get home. Now this week, he won't even be home until after midnight Friday night. They have the company, I guess, is having a big barbecue on Saturday. So they will get around and go to that. And then Sunday at, what'd Rachel tell me? Rachel said he'll be gone again by 4:00 Sunday afternoon. And then he's out for, the next 5 or 6 days. And there have been times that he has been gone for 10 to 12 days at a time before he can get back home. And so
Oh.
with them being that limited on time, I'm like, yeah, I know what my dad was like after spending that many hours in a truck. And yeah, Nathan's younger, but still, he needs time to be able to rest and spend time with the kids. And I'm not going to ask him to, make that kind of a trip and only get to be here for just, well, in some cases, they've only been able to be here for literally about 16, 17 hours. And
Well,
I
that's
told
funny
him,
with you.
well, apparently that's what some think. But I know every time that they come down,
You can tell him I got a truck for sale in my driveway, and he can have all the time he wants off.
I don't think Rachel would go for that. And but he just, I know every time that they're down here and I'm doing breakfast, I always do biscuits and gravy.
Ooh,
and
biscuit gravy.
I make a double batch on the biscuits, and I send all of the leftovers home with Nathan because he's got a refrigerator and a microwave in the truck, and he can use them. And so he told me one day, he said,
I've seen a picture of the old fashioned the shit on the shingles with a toast and a little piece of meat. I was wanting to make some while I was home this time, and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. Molly did. Molly wasn't a truck driver, but before she got hurt, she was a tour bus driver, and she was gone like 21 days at a time.
How do you make your biscuits, Kim? Do you have a special recipe, or you just get them from the, or semi-make them?
I don't do canned biscuits.
Like Jerry Flower, the new women. Flop.
I have a recipe that I follow. It's a recipe that came out of the name of it is Ma's Mountain Cooking, and it's recipes from the Ozarks. And I found it at a big old place in, oh my goodness, someplace up in Nebraska. And my folks and I had gone up there to visit my adopted brother and his family, and we found it. I did, and it's got this biscuit recipe in it that was so easy, and I started making them. I have adapted it.
Is that MAWS, Ma's Mountain Cooking? Okay, I wrote it.
I mean, we're talking, I mean, this thing was published in, what was it, 1976, I believe, was when it was published. And I don't have any idea if you'd be able to get a hold of it now, but the recipe's easy. And it's just a...
What
flour? Have you ever had mayonnaise biscuits?
I bet they would taste good. I love all kinds of sauce.
My ex-mother-in-law, she had polio, only had one arm working, and she would make them for me. Man, them were flaky and good.
Oh,
I'll bet.
You know, I've heard putting mayonnaise on the grilled cheese when you put it in there. Put the mayonnaise on. Yeah. So I get it. That would be really tasty, Randy.
No.
Yep. Oh, you guys are talking about food. Today is National Cheeseburger Day.
Is it?
Oh, cool.
Yeehaw. Well, you got to get some then. I can send. What's your favorite style? I mean, besides you making it yourself, but what other ones do you like out there? Whataburger?
Cheeseburgers? I don't like Whataburgers. Jesse and Lisa likes Whataburgers, but I don't like the seasoning they use.
What are they called? Wawa or Whataburger?
It's Whata, W-H-A-T.
Oh,
They're
Yeah.
actually building one, I think, in Kansas City.
Uh-huh.
We've got one here in Independence, and I won't waste my money on it again.
Which one's good?
I
Which one do y'all like?
I like Culver's.
Yeah,
Culver's. Oh,
Culver's is
yes.
good.
Culver's are
And
farm fresh stuff. They actually get their stuff from farmers. They're not as big, but they're like really fresh hamburgers, and they got the
Mm-hmm.
best curly fries.
yeah, they're a little higher priced, but they're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like Culver's.
They make other things besides hamburgers too. They make fish, and they do different other items too. They have hot roast is good, but
Dumplings.
their hamburgers are really good though.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Culver's is one of the places that I have food allergies, and predominantly it's soy. And I can't eat at McDonald's at all because everything at McDonald's is soy. And their hamburgers might claim they're 100% beef, but it's the only place that I know of that I can bite into that burger and my mouth feels like it's been set on fire. And that's my first indication that I have gotten a hold of soy ingredients.
That's called slime
And so,
burger.
yeah,
Slime burgers. Kim,
don't
you're
lie
right.
to me about the ingredients. But
Mary
I
says
can
Habit. I've never heard of Habit.
I haven't either. Now I got to admit, I do like Red Robin. They've got some
Red
good
Robin.
burgers in there.
Yum.
Yep. And truthfully, that's about the only time that I eat French fries
Mm-hmm.
is at Red Robin.
There is a
I had
place
to go
out
up
there
there.
that Elvis went to go eat at. Gee, I forget the name. Some kind of diner. He really loves food too. Besides his peanut butter sandwiches.
Peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah, that's it. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and pickles.
Oh yes. I love
Now that's
pickles.
one I never acquired a taste for.
I have to have
That is
special taste.
good.
Randy says it's good, Kim.
No, I'll put it this way. A friend of mine, when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I craved pickles. It didn't make any difference what kind they were, but I always did a bunch of canning, for stuff in my garden. So I had all kinds of pickles, and I took full advantage of them when I was pregnant. And one of my friends that she had a pair of twins earlier, and she said, "Oh, you've got to try this sandwich." And I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "It's a peanut butter and pickle sandwich." And I was like, "No, just let's not do that." And even thinking about it, I started to get sick. And she said, "Oh, you're going to be just fine." And I said, "No, I don't think so." And she said, "Look, you like peanut butter, you like pickles, you are going to be just fine." I said, "No, I don't think so."
So did she cook the pickles? And what kind of pickles are there? Because there's different kind of pickles, Kim. They have sweet bread and butter. They have dill pickles.
She was using most of the peanut butter and pickle sandwiches that I've heard about anybody eating, they are dill pickles.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, no.
There's some really good pickles.
Got very sick, and decided I will be eating no more peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. And of course, then when she told my husband about it to begin with, he got sick, and all he did was heard about the dumb thing.
Now, I've never had those two combos together, but now that y'all talking about it, I do want to try that.
I like it with the dill pickles, and I like it with the bread and butter pickles. When we was in school, we had when you go to cafeteria, you have your main meal, but they would have a big bowl of stainless steel bowl of pickles, and they would have peanut butter wedges, like a half sandwich, and you could have all that you wanted. And a few of us got mixing them, and then we wouldn't hardly eat the meal. We just eat peanut butter pickle sandwiches for lunch every day, and I still do.
Awesome. Well, now I can eat like a peanut butter sandwich with the pickles on the side, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
to have them in the same sandwich. Now there is a place in Denver, Colorado. It's down in the Capitol Hill area,
Mm-hmm.
and it used to be called the Peanut Butter Hut. They had 35 different varieties of peanut butter sandwiches.
Wow.
Anything you wanted. And one of my favorites was peanut butter, bacon, and avocado.
The Peanut
good.
Butter Hut, right? I'm gonna put this
Yeah.
in chat. I
And it was
wonder if
just
it's
this
still there.
this little well, now I'll tell you, I was talking to Scott Swift and Joy Stewart one time, and Joy told me, she said it's still there. She said she said they are still in the same location, but she said they have expanded the size of their shop. She said they had to, because they were getting so much business, they had to expand.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite sandwich that they made was the peanut butter, bacon, and avocado. And I still eat those.
I wonder if Elvis would eat that. I'm sure he would, because he has his bananas and peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, I know peanut butter and bacon that's been kind of a classic thing for years.
Is that
But
like a BLT?
But bacon's good on everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If something's got bacon in it, you know it's gonna be good.
I like mine crispy, and I have it as a delicacy. I haven't had bacon, y'all. I have stayed away from bacon for exactly about a year and a half, and I just had some bacon this week. It tastes so delicious. I've missed it.
And honestly, I truly, I feel sorry for people who have to rely on turkey bacon, you know, because they can't have. I have a friend who, a few years ago, she had gotten a tick bite, and it resulted in her having a thing called Alfregol. Well, when you have that, you can't eat anything from an animal that has a hoof, which is pork, beef, deer, lamb, elk, bison. If it has a hoof, you can't eat it, because it causes real violent reactions in the body.
Oh.
And so they are relegated to, birds, fowl and fish. And
hello, Kumfar. We got somebody from India in here.
Hello, Kumfar. Right. Welcome. Give a thumbs up, please. Everybody just coming in. Please give a thumbs up for Randy.
Please.
I don't need them. I just do this for enjoyment.
He does it for enjoyment, but give him a thumbs up anyway, y'all.
No, I have both little books cut out now. One of them is a Christmas alphabet book, and the other one is a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Aww.
So
I always like that
I made him, the little book that I made him last year, he's still, and I've got videos of it. When Nathan comes in, Rachel said Colton runs and grabs the Rudolph book and says, weed. He's not quite 2 yet, but he's got that word down perfect. Well, that.
So how many days? You said they're coming Friday. How many days you got them this time?
Just the one day.
Oh, Rachel's just one day this time.
Yeah, Rachel's got a dentist appointment at the UMKC Dental College.
Oh.
And so, yeah, she'd been seeing a dentist there in Columbia that really made a mess of things. And the gal billed the kids' insurance for several $1,000s, and the work was never done. And so there's a lot of issues there. And but Rachel's had cancer twice, and with chemotherapy and all of that kind of stuff, it does a number on your teeth. And so those were supposed to be repaired, and now things have gotten to the point that she's going to have some implants instead. And so the dentist that she's seeing now said, I'm just going to send you down there at the dental college. He said, the people that are working in that capacity, he said, this is all they have to do before they get their license to practice on their own. And so she said, as long as they're good. And he said, oh yeah. And so that's where she's going. So she's coming down Friday for her first visit. And of course, she can't take the kids in there. There can't be any children down there unless they are being seen. And so the days that she has those appointments all have the grandkids. 10, 9, 8, and 2.
None of them are sick this time, are they?
Oh, Lord, I hope not.
Wow, 10, 9, 8, and 2. That's
Yep.
beautiful.
The 10-year-old will be 11
Mm-hmm.
in October. The 9-year-old will be 10 in February. The 8-year-old will be 9 in May. And
Wow.
the youngest one will be 2 in November.
Awesome.
So,
Blessing.
and he keeps us hopping.
I love children. Love them.
I do too.
Mm.
I was
Like,
only blessed enough to have 2. There's 8 years in between them, but it wasn't for lack of trying to get them closer. We wanted them a lot closer than that, but
my mom had 3 and my grandmother had 6 children. And on my father's side, my grandfather, Tony, had 7 children.
my mom is from a family of 5. Her mother just had 1 brother. My grandpa on that side, there was 12 in his family. My dad is from a family of 7, and his mother, there were only 3. But his dad, there were actually 14 that were born, but 12 that survived for any length of time. I'm an only child. There just were never any more after me. My late husband, he was from a family of 6, and his dad was from a family of 12.
Wow.
His mother, 5, and all of his brothers and sisters had anywhere from 2 to 4 kids. And of course, then we just have the 2 girls. But that was just God's plan. I think he just decided, he knew that I couldn't handle any more than that, so it worked. And I know I questioned for a long time, why did you put them so far apart? And when the oldest graduated high school and the youngest was a teenager, I was like, now I know.
Kim, how far apart are they in age-wise? Like different?
They're 8 years apart.
8 years apart.
What are you doing, Backtrack?
Trying not to get a hook in my finger.
No, you get more stitches.
My stitches are out. How you guys doing?
All right.
I'm just
You still off work, are you?
Yeah.
Good Lord, you can catch a heck of a fish on that thing.
Good Lord.
He don't catch fish. He just goes out and feeds them.
What kind of hook is that? Backtrack Hooligans?
It's a 6-eye.
Now that reminds me, I have to go check my mailing. That reminds me, I had put a bid when I was doing Livia's fundraiser with all of our communities, and I'm trying to remember he homemade lures. I'm trying to think who's supposed to send me them.
Oh, was that ugly dog lures, Charlie?
Yeah.
I think
Charlie's birthday's today.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, happy birthday. Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah, he's 57, I think it said. I was going to call him later today.
Kim, I'm not sure if it was Charlie. I might be. Find out if you do talk to Randy. If you do talk to him, ask him if he was doing the fundraiser with all of us for Livia's benefit.
No, I'll ask him.
I don't know if that was Charlie, but I'm waiting on some lures that he home makes them. he home makes them, whoever they were, and they're
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be coming.
Charlie don't make his, he paints his. He does custom painting on his.
And
Send
they're
out a
beautiful.
let's see.
Charlie does a good job on his lures, that's for sure.
I got one of the keychain. Shannon's got one hanging on her wall that she won't open that Charlie give her. He does a deal for the veterans. He makes a lot and gives a lot of stuff to the veterans every year, a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give hundreds of different lures, or people donate different things and stuff. So
That's beautiful. Love that.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a hold of him and have him make a couple for the girls. My late husband, he was an avid fisherman, and
You just said avid fisherman. That we have an avid fisherman in our communities, y'all, too.
oh yeah.
Yep.
And it seriously, with Dave, it didn't make any difference what the weather was like outside, unless it was just pouring down rain or there was a blizzard going on. He was out doing some kind of fishing. We always had all kinds of fish in the freezer, and we all liked it. And wasn't very long after his death that somebody broke into our big machine shed and stole a bunch of his fishing gear.
That's
And it just, well, my first reaction to that was, I hope they get a hook stuck in their skin and can't get it out without surgery.
Well, you know, when
I'd rather-
people do,
I
when
would
people
rather
do,
lean. And then I
well,
hope that they'd never catch a fish on it, and if they did, that they couldn't keep it. And so I just,
oh, so
yeah,
sad.
there was a
People
lot
like
of
that.
it went on.
I'm not going to be too far from Avid's house.
Really?
You're talking about Avid fishing. He's over by St. Louis.
That's right.
I won't be too far from his place today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we do have
And
that. Yeah, we do have him. He's up there. I remember him telling me that. I've been on. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's a good guy, Randy.
then you got a couple other fishermen. You got Possum and then Rustic Outdoors. They both live in southern Missouri down by Sykes, and I'll be going down past their place today.
Awesome. And I like to get in there with retired Rick and Don Art. I call Don Art
Yeah.
the Duke.
Uncle Don. Yeah, Uncle Don.
Art.
Yeah, I like Uncle Don. We thought we were going to lose Uncle Don here last year or so. He wasn't doing very good.
I gave him a name. I call him the Duke, like John Wayne. Avid said, no. I said, yes. Uncle Don. Uncle Don R. I call him the Duke. So if you're out there, we have to say hello to all the silent watchers and everybody who's in chat. Shout out to Uncle Don, the Duke.
Well, Randy, my phone is down below 30% on charge, so I know that the last of it is going to really go fast. This phone doesn't hold a charge very long after
it's amazing. They got these pieces of wire you can plug into them. They stay charged up.
I know.
Chargers. They're called chargers.
The only thing is, the phone that I have, if I try to use it while it's on the charger, it's not a good thing. So I just, it was a free phone through Spectrum. And anytime that, I was on a friend's family plan, and she said, you won't have a bill for a year. It's completely free. And I think she said it cost her $5 a month. But the phone was free. And she said, that will help you a lot financially. I said, well, okay. And so that's what we did. But the phones that they used for that were absolutely the cheapest things they could get.
Mary's aggravating you, Kim. She got
For what?
plug her in. She goes plug her,
Plug her
plug
uppers.
her. Yeah.
Oh, I will just as soon as I get off here. It's going on the charger, and it won't take it very long to charge. I've got one of those. I went to Lowe's and I bought one of the DeWalt phone chargers, and it'll take it about an hour, and it'll be back up full charge.
So it'll get her.
And then
It'll get her done then, huh?
Yeah, they're really good,
Oh.
and I've had it now for, oh my goodness, a year and a half. Haven't had any problems with it at all. They're kind of expensive. I think I paid $28 for it, but it's got a fantastic guarantee on it. And I was like, I'd kind of rather have the guarantee and know that it's going to last. Know that if something does go wrong with it, I can take it back. They'll replace it free of charge.
They would.
And
They won't
so-
give you a hassle about it.
Mm-mm.
Lowe's,
No problems
right?
at all, because it'll go through the DeWalt company. It won't go through Home Depot or through Lowe's. It'll go through
Those
the
big
DeWalt
box
company.
stores. I tell you, those
Yeah.
big box stores, they're something else sometimes, you know?
Some of them have got some really awesome stuff in them, though.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So-
Paula, it loaded real easy. I just don't remember the name of the app, so I hope I can find it tonight.
So how
My
close
son
are you
is-
to Columbia?
I'm way out of Columbia.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
I
He's heading
told
up by
ya.
Avid.
He's only
I'm
doing
all-
90 miles an hour.
I went to Columbia an hour ago.
0 to 60 in
Oh.
5.2.
I'm only 32 miles from Forest Hill area. I'm almost to where you go down 64.
So, Avid Fisherman, if you're listening, he's heading up your way.
Paula's talking. My son's racing in the Nationals down at Wheatland, Missouri this week, and they got an app where I can watch it here in my truck.
Oh, Randy, please tell us about that. I love racing. I go to the Rolex 24. I go to dirt track. I go to drag racing because my uncles inspired me since I was a little girl. It's always been classic cars, Harley Davidson, and racing.
He
Like a
does dirt
tomboy.
track. It's called a V mod. It's an open wheel looking car, and it's the Nationals going on this week down at Wheatland, Missouri. Him and my cousin owns a car. They're taking two different cars down there. They're going to be down there. They start tonight racing. They race every night this week for the
Oh my
championship.
goodness.
Can we see that live? Can
Yeah.
you go? Can
Yeah,
you go
it's-
live, or how do we see it, Randy?
It's on Lucas Oil at the Wheatland track. You can look on there. Look for it up. It's in Wheatland, Missouri. It's Lucas Oil Raceway. Look that up there.
Lucas Oil. I'm gonna put it in chat. Lucas Oil Raceway.
Yep. There's an app. I don't know the name of it. Paula might write the app here. You can get it. There's an app to go in and watch the races.
How do you spell that city? W
WHEAT.
H-E-A-T.
I ain't sure the rest of it.
LAND.
I'll be right back.
L-A.
All right.
Thank you, Kim.
I think that's it,
W-H-E-A-T-L-A-N-D. Wheatland, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's it.
M-I-S-S-O-U.
There, Paula put the name of the app. Racing Dirt.
I don't know how to spell that up. Did she
Now
put
that
it in
one,
chat?
you have to pay for it. Yeah, she put in there.
Racing.
You have to pay for that one.
R-A-C.
So
Paula, is that R-A-C-N-D-I-R-T Racing Dirt app?
yep.
Oh my God. Where else can we see it if we don't get the app?
They probably will show highlights.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to watch a whole race.
I want to cheer him on. What number? Does he have number on his car?
I don't know which the number is. He's driving. His regular car is 75, but he's not driving it tonight. He took a different car down there. I don't know the number on it.
All right.
Paula probably put it on here.
Paula, put it up for us if you have it. It'll be, is he going to race tomorrow, Randy?
Yep, he starts tonight. They practiced last night, and
Okay.
they start racing at I think 6:30 tonight for 7.
That's awesome. Dirt track racing. That's that good gasoline, Randy.
Yeah, we've raced for a lot of years. I kind of retired, 3 or 4 years ago. I run dirt cars too.
That's so cool. Do you have to meet Trey from our Louisiana Life as well? He used to have a car and he raced dirt track racing. That is cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money anymore, but it's still fun.
Well, that's all that matters.
My
You're-
son is a Randy Oslet Jr. and his boss, he goes around. They storm chasers. They go and clean up after storms, the
Mhm.
wood, the trees and stuff. They are all over the country cleaning up all the time. But his boss races, and this year he's been racing all over the country. They go off in special events on a car, so they're always out
That's
racing
neat.
somewhere.
That's neat.
Thank you, Randy, for letting us know. That is awesome. See, we all have something in common. I love that.
Now my
Race-
wife, she likes the dirt track a little bit, but she'd rather go to the drag races. It's cleaner and it doesn't burn her eyes as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the fuel we run in the dirt cars, it burns her eyes. But she has helped me work on mine a lot. When I was racing, her and the boys would work on the car all week while I was out on the road, have it loaded on the trailer. When I come in, we'd go to the track.
Wow. Well, Randy, my phone is letting me know that it's getting way too low on battery, so it
All
sends me.
right.
Kim, you're awesome. You're such a jovial
thank you, dear.
sweetheart. It's so pleased
Well,
to
thank
meet
you.
you.
I'm glad I met you.
Hey, I'll get
So,
her done.
safe
We'll
travels, Randy. Do try to behave yourself. I know it's hard, but try. So I will see you all later.
It is.
Bye.
It was good
I'm
seeing
working
you,
hard
Kim.
at it.
Thank you,
Bye.
Kim. She's sweet, Randy.
Kim lives about 50 miles from me. I haven't met her yet. I've been trying to go down and see her home, but I
Mhm.
live just right north of Kim.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, when y'all down here, let me know. Florida.
Mm,
Y'all were down here, but I don't know what y'all headed up back
where you at?
down south, right under
You,
Georgia.
yeah, I know, but what part of Florida?
It's considered central area.
Gainesville?
Not too far.
My
Yeah.
father-in-law lives around the Gainesville area. He
That's
lives at
awesome.
Reddick. My
Yeah.
wife is actually from Florida.
Yeah, I heard of Reddick. Yeah.
I'm coming to Georgia. I'm not coming all the way to Florida this week, but I am going to end up in Georgia.
You are?
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
got two drops this week.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. There is 3 famous ladies who saved the state, and their names are Marjorie Rollins, and there is a prairie out there called Bison Plains Prairie. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the most beautiful place to see the sunset. As you're driving
Yep, I've been
from,
through there.
you know which way I'm talking about when you're coming out of
Yep.
Gainesville. Mm-hmm. And they have bison and wild horses. It's all beautiful, and you can see a lot of people pull over right there just to see the sunset. I wish they would build something where there be an area where everyone can just pull safely to the side.
Yeah, parking area.
Yeah, I love when I see that. But I've always wanted to go to that restaurant called the Yearling. Uh, it's from a famous book that Marjorie Rollins wrote because she moved to that area, and the way that the house is built, the kitchen is off to one side of the home and the air flows through it, so it pretty much stays cool. And we're a bunch of orange groves, and I think it was 70 acres out there she had, and they still have her home up there. It's sort of a museum now.
Mm.
And then the restaurant, the Yearling, it was after the book. And there is a restaurant with some cabins up there. So whoever wants to come and visit, they could stay at the cabins and then just go to the restaurant. And this restaurant has, the real Southern cooking. And that includes frog legs and all kind of different delicacies.
Mm. I love frog legs.
Mm-hmm.
I like cooking them or watching them cook. They jump out of the pan when they're cooking.
Jeff likes them too. I can't eat them.
You can't?
Nah.
Well, I've
It's
never
not my
even
thing.
had. Do they taste like chicken?
Yep.
Randy
what
said
Jeff
yes.
said.
They're not much different chicken.
Well, I would try it with some ranch or some sauce, but something like that. Yeah, it's such a vast estate. Across, Randy gets to see what most others cannot see because he's driving through the highways of our
Ranch
America,
ground.
our country. Yeah, sacred ground.
Yeah, I think they are too, Jason, because I don't like chicken that much. But they do have a little bit of the same taste.
They're better than chicken, he says.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Said that.
When we were younger, my dad, Jason, we used to go up gigging all the time, make a big old pot of, Mom would fry them up. Yeah. We'd fish during the day or night, put trout lines up,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's in the basement. Hold on. Well, there ain't nobody in the basement. The thing clicked like there was somebody in the basement.
It says there's 4.
Oh, I don't know what happened to
Yeah,
mine.
there's no.
It
I think
went
your avatar changed.
It went belly up there. I don't know what happened to it. Let's see. Well, I don't know what happened to it. It just, there it is. Oh, technical difficulties. I'm on my phone, y'all. All right. Randy,
I think Jason's in the basement.
Jason's in the basement.
Yeah.
Come on up here, Jason. I'm going to head up. Randy, I really appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks for coming in here and sharing things
Right,
out.
Yeah.
And
10-4. Right? Eastbound and down, westbound and down, loaded up.
We're eastbound.
Oh, we're
eastbound down today. Yeah.
And trucking.
At a slow pace.
Uh-huh. I heard that. Y'all gentlemen enjoy. And Randy, it's really been fun, and we'll catch you sometime soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I got a few minutes.
Good day.
Have a good day. I figure I got a few minutes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Cooling off for a little bit.
What's the weather like down there today?
Steamy, like always.
Humid, is it?
A little balmy.
The air is thick with water.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at? We are at, let's see, let me take a look here. It's 87 degrees. And
I
it
got
feels like
86
95.
here.
Yeah, the feels like 95, and it's 64% humidity. Dew point at 73. So it's a little on the thick side
It's a beautiful day.
if you got a fan.
Yeah.
No rain in sight for a couple of days, which is actually kind of awesome.
Do you ever use just straight corn out there fishing in them ponds you're at?
No. If I want to catch carp,
Yeah. I like fishing for carp. They give pretty good fight, and I like to eat catfish, but I like to fish for carp.
Oh yeah, it's like hooking onto a torpedo,
Yeah. right to the bottom.
or you get spooled. I've been spooled by them. Where I used to,
I really should have thought this out more.
We'll do it, Jenna. Or Janae. I'm saying it wrong.
No, where I used to work, they had a little 13-acre pond in the park, and they would have the white amora in there, and they sometimes they'd get up almost 50 inches. And you hook into one of those bad boys, good luck trying to stop them.
Right.
And the only way I was able to stop them is spider wire at 40-pound test.
Yeah, I'm just running 12-pound leaders and 8-pound breakaways. I see some of these guys are fishing with 60-pound braid and 20-pound leaders. It's like, I'm using the stuff I got. If it breaks, it breaks. Oh well, tie another one. But I put lotion on my hands right before I started doing this, and it's proven to be a bigger pain.
Oh yes, I love
to hang on to the lines.
Yeah. Or the hook.
I wonder though, you're putting that lotion on the lines if it's going to deter the fish any.
No, they love it. They want to smell just like me, Randy.
Oh, okay.
Poor big fat guy chasing cake.
That's why you always carry a couple little leather squares with you, so you can actually hold the line and tighten it up. A little bit of saliva, tighten up that knot.
And I probably have some somewhere here too, and I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. It's also good to get the memory out of the line too. Put it on there and just heat it up just a little tiny bit, and you get it to go straight. As long as there's no frays in it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I usually do with my fly line too.
I'm learning things every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're going for the biggies.
Yeah. Big channel cat.
Oh yeah, that's when you put
the caught a nice channel cat the other night. Finally.
Yeah, honestly, Randy, that was the first channel cat I ever caught.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I had no idea how to fish for catfish or anything like that. I was always just to throw a worm out there and pray for the best.
No.
I've always had good luck with hot dogs. All things.
Yeah. Yep.
Barnett's hot dogs.
I caught that one on chicken liver that I soaked in vanilla and garlic.
Shrimp work good on catfish too.
What does?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Oh yeah, I've been told that. I've been told this year that all the big cat fishermen here, that's all they've been catching them on is the shrimp.
No, you can also go. You can also fish for bluegill. You can fish for a small bluegill and use them for bait, live bait.
Yeah, that's what I was using last night.
They will hit hard on those.
Yeah,
I used to go to the Chinese restaurant, all you can eat buffet deals, and I would fill up a deal to go with nothing but shrimp because it's all you can eat and stuff. But I'd get one to go and all eat, and I'd fill it with shrimp, fresh shrimp, to go fishing.
Jess told me I'm not allowed to use the fresh shrimp for fish.
That's for eating.
Yeah, exactly what she said. That I'm not feeding no catfish a $9 bag of shrimp when we could make a salad or something for ourselves.
Oh yeah.
But
Especially-
Jeff, just think, you could get him out of your hair for a while.
She's not out here in the man shed today.
Oh.
If anybody wanted, it's a good recipe for frogs legs. Trapper J Outdoors. A couple years ago, he was trying to figure out what the recipe. I said, wrap them up in bacon, and then batter them, then deep fry them. Oh yeah,
I'll have to do that one day for Jess, but I don't eat them.
they're good.
I don't know what it is. I just can't. I don't know. I can't eat it. It's a texture thing or something. I don't know.
For me,
How
I
about
like,
mountain oysters? You eat mountain oysters?
No.
No?
Nope.
Man, you're missing out on a lot of good food.
I don't eat lamb. Jessica likes that. She likes her gyros or whatever. I don't eat lamb. I don't eat veal. I don't eat mountain oysters. I like my animals full grown, and I don't want to eat their, reproductive organs.
you like hot dogs?
Not really,
Oh, okay.
because there's no straight way to eat a hot dog. Unless you use a fork. Try to set this up here a different way.
Yeah, I figured I'd take a break, cool off in here for a little while.
Oh,
I was out there with my phone, just listening and typing every once in a while.
Janae, we enjoyed having you up here too today.
Yes.
Can you see that, Randy?
No. What's that, the motor? I can't really tell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the motor.
Yeah, it's a good place for it. It should be in my garage. You're never going to do anything with it.
It should. It should be in your garage.
See, I know that as an engine, not a motor.
Yeah, it's an engine.
Motors are electric.
Right. It's
Well,
lithium.
my dad's an electrician, so.
It's a Gen 1 lithium ion battery.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw those electric cars drag racing. I'm going, oh my goodness, those things are quick.
They actually got an electric car they're making for NASCAR now too.
Yeah.
There's a prototype out.
You see Amazon's driving around in electric trucks now too.
Yep.
They sound like a Jetson. They sound like the little Jetson cars.
I seen a car the other day as a little electric car, and the guy had taken a plastic jug. He's got it, the motor, there ain't no motor in the front end, so you open the hood like where the motor should be, and they took a milk jug and a fan, and he has a switch, so it sounds like it's like we used to put the cards on our bicycle tires to make noise, but that way his car makes a noise, a running noise.
Avid Fisherman, how you doing?
There's Abbott. We were just talking about you, Abbott. I'm not too far from you.
Avid, what's up, buddy?
I'm over on the west side of St. Louis. I'm going to cut down 55, though.
Yeah, I should be able to go fishing here in a few weeks when it cools down. Gets rid of all the mosquitoes.
I'm over at Forest Still right now, Abbott. I'm going to cut down 64 and down 270 and around down to 55.
Yeah, so Jenny said she was down there in Florida. I know a
Yeah,
couple
she's
of I know a couple
Central
of
Florida.
Floridians that do content creating. I've only met one of them in person.
Randy, how do you put your avatar up?
Don't know. I've never done it. I think you go into the settings. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not
I've
even
never
seeing
done
like
it.
what you.
Yeah, I only know it on the laptop. On the phone, I don't know. That's just those three little dots you see on your little screen right there. Then you see edit, audio, and avatar. And then you got to choose a picture to go in there, but it has to be a certain size for it to fit. Yeah, this one's my latest one right now.
Well, that's new.
Yeah.
I don't think I even have an
It's
avatar.
not even giving me the option.
Yeah, that's my slap a rat.
But well, I'm gonna step to the side so I can smoke. I don't want to do it on your live.
It won't hurt none.
No, I just do this. I just do that. So you almost down there to Kansas City now?
I'm coming into St. Louis right now.
Oh, St. Louis.
I'm
Oh,
on
wow.
the,
Oh, so
yeah, I'm
you-
on the outside. Oh, somebody's in the basement. Didn't see that.
It's not me.
Oh,
I'm on here.
it's Abbott.
Oh. Hello, Abbott.
Hello.
So, St. Louis.
What's going on?
Yeah, Janae was just talking about you a little while ago coming across there.
Yeah, you going? What highway are you on?
I'm on 70 right now.
So if you take 70 straight across, you hit 255 south, and they take you right down through where you need to go.
Yeah, I'm going down towards Memphis today.
Right.
I got cut
If
south
you hit,
here
if
on.
you hit 70, then you stay on 70, so you hit 255, they take you straight south.
Yeah.
And you won't have to worry about jumping down over onto 64.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
70 goes right straight across the Mississippi River, right into 255. Then you won't have to be doing all this little gallumping of jumps and all that.
Right. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, that would work.
The straight shot to 255 and straight south. You're in my neck of the woods. I know where you're at.
I know I was talking about you earlier there. I go, yeah, I haven't met you. We was talking about me meeting different people, and I go, I've been over in that area, and he's been gone. And then when I come through, and
When you hit 55 and Flying J on
Lose him?
losing you.
House,
You're right there by, I heard,
15.
I heard by, yeah.
When you hit that point, you're at least 12 minutes away from it.
Oh, okay. I know right where you're at then.
So no, Randy doesn't come to my neck of the neighborhood. I'm too far out of the way.
I don't know, one of us is roboting. Might be me.
It might be him. He just popped up. But no, the closest you
yeah.
to me is an hour and a half, or an hour and 10 minutes.
I might, with this new company I'm working with, Jason, I might get closer to you because we're running a lot of different little towns in Texas now. I'm hauling meat now.
Really?
I'm not hauling trailers anymore. I'm actually hauling meat out of St. Joe pork plant and out of Oklahoma and Kansas and the beef plants, but we're running a lot of stuff down there into different small towns in Texas. Hold on, Abbott. I'm on a
Yeah.
bump road. I can't hit the button. Oh, shoot.
Most of the trucks we get around here are going to be like the lumber trucks and stuff like that, or so somebody that has to reroute because probably hazmat or something.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Like I said, when you hit 255 and you going south
Uh-huh.
and you come by a Flying J on 15, you'll be 12 minutes from my house.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the other side of the state right now. I'm circling around the
know.
bottom side. So if I had time, I'd run on around it. It ain't that far on around. But I got loaded late. I'm supposed to be in Tennessee at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Yeah, you will.
Hurry up.
What time do you have to be in Tennessee? Is 6 o'clock?
6. Yep, 6.
And what time is it now? 11?
I don't
Noon.
12. I got 12.
Well, it's 11:35 my time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
you'll
clock
make
on
it.
my
Well, you off a half hour almost, or 20 minutes.
He actually gained a half hour.
You say it's 11:35? My notebook is saying 11:55.
Mine's saying
I mean
11:55.
11:55.
Okay. I thought maybe it was messing up. My clock on my dice ain't. I can't see it right now. The damn trailer I got, the ABS lights on, are broken, so it's showing the code on it, so I can't see the clock on the dash.
Well, it doesn't look that far on the map. No, you should be
I
able to.
got 416 more miles to go.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about 8 hours. How much time you got?
You'll make. He got 416 more miles.
But I gotta go through Memphis and St. Louis yet.
You'll make it. You'll make it.
Yeah, my load was supposed to load at 8 o'clock last night, and it didn't load till this morning.
Ooh. Yeah, you're still a good 6 hours away or something close to that.
Yeah, about 6 hours.
How much time you got left?
Before I take a break, I got 3 hours.
Okay.
So
So 3 hours, I could put you down by either.
I should be down by Boston by then.
Yeah, you'll be either by Possum or past Possum by then.
Yeah.
You should be about an hour and a half past Possum.
I wouldn't mind stop seeing Amanda. I don't care about Possum, but I like Amanda.
Trust me, as soon as I get this mission fixed, I'm gonna make a trip down to the Sandman Dead Possum.
Yeah, I got to see him last year. I haven't seen him this year yet.
I've never met him. I'd like to.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah, before all the stuff happened to Amanda's family, I met him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
came over to the truck stop, met me. We sat here in the truck for a couple hours and bullshit.
Yeah,
Really, really nice
Flying J
people.
down there. That Flying J down there, the only thing good about that is getting your diesel fuel and going.
I don't go in it. I get
No,
fuel
that's
over to
good.
TA, but I'll park at the Speedway because it's got nobody usually
there's a
goes
new-
over there.
You know where you go down there by the baseball diamond on 55, that new truck stop there?
Uh-huh.
That's a better one to stop in.
I've never been in it yet.
That's a nicer one. Because the restaurant and the Flying J, they closed that one down and they haven't opened it back up yet.
That parking lot's a pain in the ass to get in and out of. And so is that Love's. You can't get in and out of them two parking lots.
Look at who designed it. Look at the company that designed it.
Yep. They don't make it for trucks anymore. They make it for tourists.
Exactly. They said they made them for truckers, but they didn't.
They built a new Love's up by me, and they got motorhome parking in the damn thing where you can hook up and everything.
Oh, that's
See, one thing where I work of a night, I have a semi parking spot out there. I can let truckers park in and sleep.
It's hard to find a place to park a truck if you're driving at night anymore.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I let truckers park in the gravel parking lot with trucks park during the night, let them sleep, and there's no one there to bother them. They can come in there, park, sleep, and drive off in the morning.
I wouldn't let them in there, Avid. They're dirty.
Yeah.
Hey, they're outside the gate, so it's public parking if they want to park there. Actually, it ain't public parking. It's private property, but let
Truck
somebody
drivers
park
are
there
dirty,
because,
dirty people.
hey, you're talking to a next trucker.
You're talking to one too.
That's what we're told, though. We're the dirtiest people on earth. They don't want us around.
Yep.
I don't think so.
There is some out there, though. I got to admit that. You know, you see some of these people
There is.
throwing their trash out in their pee bottle and, you know, just making it worse for everybody else. It ain't everybody.
No, it's not everybody, but they're out there.
And they can't back up or park straight. I mean, it's a different breed of drivers anymore. I mean, I've been out here so dang long.
Today's breed of drivers ain't a different breed.
Yeah.
They're good steering wheel holders.
It's what you call people from overseas, don't know word of English. They had someone take the test for them in English so they can get the written done, and they had someone help them pass the driving test.
Yep. Absolutely right. I can't take somebody in there to take my test, so why should they be able to?
Yep.
I took my test the first time and I aced it.
Yeah. I took mine on my own too. I didn't go to school or anything.
I didn't. I walked in there in front of one of the CDL. They gave me the physical. I passed that one. They gave me the written test. I passed that one. They gave me the driver's test. I passed that one. They're like, "Here's your license." I'm like, "Bye."
I was in a totally different field of work, so.
And there was an instructor there that knew me. He goes, "What did you just do?" I says, "I didn't go to classes. I didn't take any of your training. I went, took the written, I took the physical, I took the driven test. I passed, and I got my driver's license." And he goes,
Yeah, the biggest mistake we made years ago.
and he goes, "You didn't even go to school." I said, "No." Did you study?
I had my
No.
license and everything, but I did end up going to a school 2 years after I had my license. They asked me if I wanted to go to it, and they paid me to go. And the instructors there, why are you here? Oh, they asked me to do it. I work for M&X there in St. Joe. And I go, I'd already been driving. And the instructors, you know, and driving, we had old cab overs at the time. And they go, you know, why are you here? You know, not driving around. And they always, there was only end up being three of us left over, but we'd take two trucks. One instructor would take two guys, and one would take me so they could take a break. They didn't have to do nothing. They said they kept arguing over who got me to teach me to go down, you know, up shift, down shift. I could speed shift and everything already. And I scared one day, though. There was a car pulled out in front of me, and I'd already looked in my mirrors, and there weren't nobody beside me, and I just jumped over past the car. And he goes, man, I wouldn't have never thought that. He goes, I'd have hit the brakes and throwed you forward or something. I go, I'd already looked. There wasn't nothing beside me. There's no need to locking the brakes up, you know. He goes, well, you're going to make it.
You got to always leave yourself an out.
Yep. I might drive fast and crazy sometimes, but I'm always watching where the openings are, just in case.
No, I had to.
Because you don't know what that other guy's going to do. You know, the NASCAR and the race car guys, they know somewhat what the drivers are doing. When we're out here on the road, you don't know what that other person's going to do, you know, what they're on their mind, you know,
What's
watching them on their phone or putting makeup on.
Eating.
No, trust me, I've seen a lot of that, even driving my big red truck, my Dodge Ram.
No, I always had to keep my head on a swivel when I was in transport with my city vehicle. Because if I got in a wreck, oh man, that's bad news.
I actually had Shannon was on the phone with me earlier when I was coming across 36. There was a school bus. 36 is a 65-mile-an-hour zone. I was running a 73. I had a school bus pass me like I was sitting still with kids on it. So I had her call the school.
Now, when you're driving a pest control rig, there's an accident. You got the EPA, OSHA, News, the Department of Ag. Everybody shows up.
Yeah, when you're doing that out there in Arizona, you probably have different chemicals on your truck too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Jenna or Janae, I'll get that right in a minute. Jesse's younger than I am, so Jesse drives like me.
Don't blame Jesse for driving like you. You only know 90 miles an hour.
Too many cops play this area to be speeding through here. I just passed one. I'm glad you're here.
Jesse drove pretty good.
Yes, he does. He gets right down the road. He hates people in the left lane going slow or anywhere, and he just goes. It's scary to ride with him in that little Jeep, though, because he thinks he's in a big truck.
We can't get away with speeding or anything. The truck tells on us.
Oh, does it? Well, mine does too. If you hear go off here every once in a while.
Aluminum foil works great.
You have the Linux in there, Randy?
Do what?
I said aluminum foil works great.
It doesn't work on this computer
Or-
here. Mine is hooked to my engine ECM. I actually get this one here is a better one system than I had. This one here I can go 5 mile an hour over before it starts talking to me. But the company doesn't mind like the other company was. They got mad every time I went 2 mile an hour over. But this one here don't care. As long as I get the loads there. I've been here almost
Yeah.
4 months now, and I haven't been talked to the safety people yet. The other place every week I got talked to.
Mine got me a couple weeks ago for failure stop. I was in an abandoned parking lot. There's nobody around. The whole business and everything's closed down. So I just rolled it.
A lot of places cracking down on the I call them California stops.
Yeah.
I actually,
Nowadays,
I
it's
used
a
to-
California stop. It's a California roll through.
yeah. I got one in Florida.
Nowadays, they ain't a California stop. They just roll right through.
Yeah, I did.
I used to paint my tires white. I haven't done this truck yet. And I was in Florida, and I thought it was a yield sign. It was my fault. You know, with an on-ramp, usually it's a yield sign, you know, just keep rolling. It was a stop sign. I slowed down, and there was a cop sitting up there. He goes, if I hadn't seen them white wheels, tires moving, I wouldn't have known you had stopped. Grilled cheese and bacon and lettuce tomato. I had a BLT yesterday from Sonic. It sucked. I had to go get my MVR run for my insurance company, and there's a Sonic right across the street, so I just went over there. It just didn't taste right.
Right,
All right,
old.
I'm going to step down. Hey, when you come back through,
Uh-huh.
you're on Facebook, aren't you?
Yep. It's under R.E.
Shoot
Smith.
Shoot me a message on Avid Fisherman when you're coming back through.
All right, I will.
I can step down and go to bed try and get some sleep for the night so I can work.
Okay.
See you later,
Yeah, I'll
Evan.
send you a
Okay.
message when I know
All
I'm
right,
coming up that way, so you know ahead of time.
Yeah, that way I know where I can catch up with you at.
That'll work.
Or I can pass you by going down the highway.
You sleep so you look as good as me.
Looking better than you if I pass you down the highway. A little red Dodge Ram 4x4 scooting by you at 1911. It make you look like you're standing still.
I'll close
I'm
my
good
eyes
at that.
so I don't look.
No, but your camera will see it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you
All
later.
right. Later.
Let me get that closed a little bit better.
What's Molly doing today?
Right now, she's taking a nap.
Well,
Yeah, we were out and about yesterday. So I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. But I got a video done last night. Nobody's watched it yet.
no, yeah. I didn't get notified.
Well, I had it set for a premiere. I edited it last night, put it out as a premiere last night.
It's like here a while back when Backtrack was doing videos, I wasn't getting notified, and I went and looked, and I was unsubscribed to him.
Oh wow.
He
I'll
did
have to look, Jason. I know it. I hit that button.
Yeah, like I said, that's how I know that you were up today.
I don't go around to very many channels anymore. I got a select few videos that I watch of people. Let's Dig, Dirt Perfect, Cleveland, 10 Gener. Just a handful that I watch. They do a video most every day or every other day. But I usually don't go in too many lives anymore. I go in Jesse, Lisa's,
Yeah, I seen you over in there
and
when I can catch them.
I've been going into Backtracks if I catch his. Like last night, I was too late. I missed his.
I went live again.
I didn't see the second one.
There was people saying that they couldn't get into the second one for some reason.
Well, I never even seen it.
You know, I was on Reef Robbers last night.
Won't lie to you, I left because I got scared.
Mm.
I'm a city boy. There was a screech owl screeching at me trying to get my bait that I had laying on the ground.
Oh,
Scared the crap out of me.
Especially when it's right behind you.
What's that?
Especially when it's right behind you.
Yeah. Oh, I looked up and to my left and he was sitting on the, or up to my right and he was sitting on top of the light pole just staring at me screeching. I had 3 little bluegill about that long laying on the ground next to me for bait.
Oh yeah, he's trying to tell you, hey, I want that. Get away from there.
Yeah.
So I
But
can come and
I never heard it, you know, fly in or seen anything flying around. And then for it to screech real loud behind me scared the crap out of me.
No, we
are
have
you
the.
What, Randy?
are you friends with Sarah? You watch her stuff?
I honestly haven't had a lot of time to watch anybody's stuff because of the job.
She had 2 manatees, a mama and a baby, come up on her dock yesterday.
Oh, wow.
They was one. The mama is big, and it was laying on it. They had where their boat is. They had fresh water running off of it, and the mama was laying on his back drinking the fresh water, and the baby was sitting there getting water too. It was really cute little video. They're ugly looking fish, but I guess they're a fish.
They're a mammal, aren't they?
Yeah, because they look like a seal.
The good old sea cow.
It's all around Sarah.
That's the hooks I was using.
She actually lives down by. She's in Florida too. She's over on the west coast, down by Tampa. It's all around Sarah.
Yeah, those are my favorite hooks.
The octopus hooks?
No, the Gamakatsus.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's it.
I like using the one out light wire for drop shots.
Yeah, these are the 2-aught.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones I got stuck in my finger.
Ooh, that's
Felt
one of
nice. Felt real nice.
Yeah, I know. I've done it too, and thank goodness I fish barbless. I always crush the barbs on those, or I bend them back.
These ones have just a little tiny barb, so it was kind of like pull it and just be done, or go to the hospital like a crybaby. We don't need a doctor.
Yeah, I've only had to pull a hook through one time.
It's an everlasting mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you go on hers, you can see the mama and the baby there. They're right there at the dog. The dog is barking, and it's not even scaring them. They're just swimming right there at their dock.
Them things aren't scared of dogs. They swim with crocodiles.
Yeah. She actually made 2 videos.
Yeah, I haven't seen a manatee in front of me before, so one day I'm going to make it down to South Florida.
Yeah, I'd like to go down there once in my life, see something different.
Yeah, we're going to try and hit Arizona next October. Not this up and coming one, but the following one. So I can go see
You've been
family.
to Arizona already.
Oh, no, I don't. I want to go back and see family and run on competition. Be kind of practicing. Problem is, it's expensive to practice. It's almost $20 a tin now. I remember it used to be $14 for a tin of pellets.
Huh. Everything's high anymore, though.
I know. But I'm not going to do the speed silhouettes because I'm not going to practice that much. That's too expensive. I think I'm just going to do the 50 meters and the field target. I want to hit the one in Florida. That's going to be this next December. Will be their second annual, but I won't have the funds for that one. I figured take a little over 2 weeks off from work, run to Arizona. I'll spend at least 5 days for competition, and the other 8 days with family. And then they got to do the drive there and back.
I'm paying attention, I promise.
Yeah, I know that one.
Trying to go through all these boxes of parts. I don't even know what I have anymore for that build.
This guy's motioning for me to get over.
Randy, you want some Aeon?
Oh, I got a flat tire.
Oh, geez.
He's telling me. I didn't hear nothing blow.
Hello, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Get up here and find me a place I can pull
Hi,
over a little
Victoria.
bit.
Was it the guy there in the brown truck was telling you?
Yep.
And now you got to find out which
Feel
one
it,
it is.
Randy?
Get past this exit, pull over and see.
You didn't feel it, Randy?
No, I didn't feel it this time. Usually I feel it flat.
Fired.
Or I hear it. If I blow one.
There's a man in the office wants to talk to you when you get back.
Hey, work's calling me.
Oh, they already want to talk to you.
They're going to tell him, you got a flat tire.
Right.
I said, hopefully he gets around here. Our van had to go back into the shop again last week for transmission again.
I'm so sick and tired of working on cars. I don't even want to build this truck anymore.
Now, like I said, I got an F-150. As soon as I get extra cash, it's going to the shop.
Yeah, my the S10 broke down on my
That guy
wife.
called my work.
Did he tell him which tire it was?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a flat on my trailer flopping around,
Ah,
and
I
he
told
called
you.
work, and that's what work called me.
well, that's
Told
good.
you there
But
was a guy in the office wanted to talk with you.
there's no place to stop right through here, though.
Yeah, I know. There's a big old giant rock wall there. No, those are trees. Excuse me. How much longer till your next?
Well, this is going to give me an excuse to be late.
Oh yeah, that means you gotta get a truck out there and change it.
Yep. I'm 3 miles where I get on the 55 south. It's a wider highway, not as much traffic.
Yeah, get out of the way so the guy in the truck can do his job safely.
Yep.
I think it's on the driver's side.
It's not on the driver's side because I can see the driver's side, but I can't see the passenger side with this trailer. Dog tracks a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah, it could be one of the inner duals as well. So I don't know how many times I got flat tires in a truck. I had to limp it back because I was lucky enough I had dualies.
I ain't had one in a long time.
Oh no, mine was just going over curbs and stuff like that. I just pinched the tire wrong and there it goes. It was fun driving over curbs and driving through the parks. I don't know how many mud flaps I've tore off.
Yeah, they don't make some of them parks where you can drive something around.
Well, every once in a while, we'd back up and the tire would catch up on the mud flap and rip it right off because it fell off and we couldn't see it. And it wasn't like the big trucks where you can fold it over and chain it up where we can back up and over. All the big trucks had that, but not our 1-tons.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I never did that with my pest control truck because I would back up and I would always be careful exactly where I was. I didn't have to back over curbs with that thing like you did with the 1-ton dumps. But a lot of times my tire would catch a curb and pop it right off the bead. I was in there, oh man. Or I get a rock stuck in between. It's like, oh geez. All right, who's got the mutt? Bring it over here. Yeah, 2 of our trucks usually had mutts on them, so we can dislodge tires.
Yeah, sometimes you get a rock between a set of duals. It's really a pain to get it out.
Yeah, that's why we had 2 trucks that had the mutts on them. It's a digging tool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we just shove it up in there and just back up or go forward and pop it right off. Pop out, hit the bottom of the truck. When those things pop out, they pop out.
And then hope they didn't cut the tire as they're coming out.
Now you got to do 2 of them.
I had a brand new set of tires on a step deck. I took in a load of junk cars once to the junkyard. I had a motorcycle sprocket go between them, got wedged, tore up both tires. They weren't a week old.
That'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
See here.
Oh yeah, so are cell phones. Heck, our handheld radios were $1,300 a piece. They're expensive radios.
I'm gonna get up top of the hill.
Well, you don't want to stop before you get to the top. Be too hard to get rolling again.
Yeah.
Is there an exit right there?
Yeah, there's an exit. There's a little fuel stop on down here ways, but I'm gonna stop and look at it real quick, see if it's looks safe enough to drive down at least to the truck stop.
Yeah.
They don't have a tire shop there, but at least I can get off the road. Guys, I think I'm gonna end this, get this
All
taken
right.
care of, so I'm gonna get off here and go out and look at it.
All right,
Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Alrighty.
Yep. See you later, buddy.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.